Hi students, so in this video, we will be diving into the world of grammar with the help of BBC Compacta worksheets. If you really want to practice grammar, then I would suggest that you must practice with BBC Compacta worksheets because these are renowned for their comprehensive approach to grammar concepts. So grab your pen and paper and let's solve them together step by step. So our first question is write S if a group of words is a sentence and NS if a group of words is not a sentence. A seat please have doesn't make any sense. So it is NS. You played very well. It is a sentence. Make don't noise a. NS. Can you help me please? It's a question and it is interrogative sentence. So it is a sentence. What is a beautiful it car? No, it doesn't make any sense. NS. Don't smoke here. It is a sentence. India ancient is country and. Again, NS. How are you? So it's a question. It is a sentence. She prefers to travel by car. Sentence. How intelligent the octopus is. Sentence. So let's move further. Identify the correct type of the following sentences. Declarative, interrogative, imperative, or exclamatory. So you must be knowing the difference between all these types of sentences. Can you walk 4 miles in 40 minutes? As the sentence is ending with a question mark, so it is easy to identify. It is interrogative. She is one of the most charming people I have ever met. The sentence is ending with a full stop and it is providing us some information, so it is declarative. How beautiful she is. This particular sentence is ending with an exclamatory mark, so it is exclamatory sentence. Have some tea, please. It is ending with a full stop, but it is a request, so it is imperative. Where are you studying? Again, a question, interrogative. Alas, I have lost my wallet. Again, as you can see, exclamation at the end, so it is exclamatory. They don't care for us at all. Declarative. Don't walk your dog here. Exclamatory. Are we going out for a holiday, Dad? Question, so interrogative. Pass the salt, please. Again, imperative. Let's move further. Rearrange the following groups of words to form meaningful sentences. Begin each sentence with a capital letter and end it with an appropriate punctuation mark. This is a wonderful exercise. You must try this. At this hour, where going are you? So, where are you going at this hour? So, end it up with a question mark at the end. Play in don't the garden. Don't play in the garden. Beautiful shot. What is it a? What a beautiful shot it is. End it up with an exclamation. Any water in is there the jug? Is there any water in the jug? Put a question mark. Again, the neighbors, why are quarreling? Why are the neighbors quarreling again? Again, a question, so put a question mark at the end. The turn light off. Turn off the lights. So, end it up with a full stop. Her doll is playing Pinaka with. Pinaka is playing with her doll. Full stop. For please the ambulance make way. Please make way for the ambulance. Full stop. Beautiful. Wow. What car. Wow. What a beautiful car. Must the value children of punctuality learn. Children must learn the value of punctuality. I hope you have done all the 10 sentences correctly. You have arranged all the groups of words in a meaningful sentence. Circle the subjects and underline the predicates in the following sentences. So you must be knowing the difference between subject and predicate. So it is very easy to identify. Man landed on the moon in 1969. So here, as we are talking about man, so man is our subject and rest is our predicate. My grandmother has knitted a beautiful sweater for me. Here we are talking about my grandmother, so it is our subject and rest other part is predicate. His father is a senior bank manager. So here we are talking about his father. This is subject and rest other part is predicate. The giraffe is the tallest animal in the world. Again, the subject is the giraffe and rest other part is the predicate. The cunning fox tried to befool the crow. So the cunning fox is our subject and rest of the part is predicate. You will make very fine speaker. So here we are talking about you. This is our subject. Rest of the part is our predicate. He has not kept his promise. So here we are talking about he. This is our subject and this is our predicate. We are waiting for our school to begin. So here subject is we and rest of the part is predicate. Boldy and Goldie were two very naughty goats. So here our subject is Boldy and Goldie. Yes, we are talking about both of them and rest of the sentence is predicate. Football is the world's most popular sport. So here we are talking about football. It is our subject and rest of the part is predicate. Let's move further. Say whether the underlined part in each of the following sentences is an object, a complement, or an adjunct. Now here, before we attempt this worksheet, we need to know what is an object, what is a complement, and what is an adjunct. When we talk about an object, object is basically a noun or a noun phrase governed by an active transitive verb. Yes, so if there is an active transitive verb, then it will be an object. And if we talk about a complement, now what is a complement? Complement is a word or group of words that completes the predicate in a sentence. Now, in contrast to adjunct, if we talk about adjunct, adjunct is something which is used to add extra information to a sentence and which creates an extra meaning and makes the sentence more specific. Or you can also say that adjunct is a word or a phrase or a clause that can be removed from a sentence without making it grammatically incorrect. On the other hand, you cannot remove complement. Complement cannot be removed because it it is required to complete the meaning of a sentence. So I hope you have understood. Let's understand all these three things with examples. The government has passed the bill. Now, if we talk about the bill, it is followed by a transitive verb. So, has passed is our transitive verb, and that is why it is object. The rose is a sweet smelling flower. It is a complement. We are adding extra information. We are adding complement. We are adding meaning to our flower, and that is why we cannot remove this. So it's a complement. I went to see a movie yesterday. So here I think we can remove this word. I went to see a movie. So if we will be removing this word, there would be no grammatical error in this sentence. So that is why this is our adjunct. You are a wonderful player. So just guess. Yes, it is a compliment. I found my grandfather's old pictures in the cupboard. Object. I found my grandfather's old pictures. So basically, we are talking about object, and here the noun pictures Now the next question is, say whether the underlined part in each of the following sentences is an object, a complement, or an adjunct. So before we attempt this question, we need to know what is an object, what is a complement, and what is an adjunct. If we talk about object, I had already discussed this thing in my videos, so you can watch it from there as well, but I can repeat it again for you here. If we talk about object, it is a noun or a noun phrase governed by an active transitive verb. So if there is any noun or a noun phrase which is governed by an active transitive verb, it will be considered as an object. If we talk about an adjunct here, it is a word or a word phrase that provides added information about the meaning of a verb in a sentence. Or you can say that it is a word or a phrase or a clause that can be removed from a sentence without making it grammatically incorrect. Or you can also say that it is an added extra information to a sentence and which creates an extra meaning and makes the sentence more specific. But when we talk about complement, it is a word or word group that completes the predicate in a sentence. In contrast to adjunct, which are optionals, which can be removed, complements are required to complete the meaning of a sentence. So let's attempt this question now. The government has passed the bill. So this is our object. The rose is a sweet smelling flower. Complement. I went to see a movie yesterday. Adjunct. You are a wonderful player. Complement. I found my grandfather's old pictures in the cupboard. Object. Manna is returning tonight. Adjunct. We played a cricket match a day before yesterday. Object. This book is very interesting. So yes, it is a complement. You should exercise in a park. Adjunct. Our school team won the first prize in the tournament. It is an object. Let's move further. Complete the following sentences by adding suitable predicates. Now, this exercise you can do by your own, but I'm going to give you examples. You can add on any of the predicates, whatever comes to your mind. Let's take the first one. India and Pakistan are neighboring countries. Mohan and Murthy are best friends. The whole family went to Manali for a holiday. Our school is the best in the country. The Titanic was a luxury liner that sank in the Atlantic Ocean. The Gateway of India attracts many tourists. The Ganga is a holy river. She is known for her classical dance. The Ford Company manufactures cars. Migratory birds have a fixed pattern of migration. Now, let's move on to the next question. Circle the direct objects and underline the indirect objects in the following sentences. I bought my son a bicycle. Here, a bicycle, let me just underline it for you. Here, bicycle, it is a direct object here, and my son is indirect object. My brother has sent me a watch as a birthday gift. Now here, a watch is a direct object and me is indirect object. The tigress gave her cub a push. So here, a push is direct object and her cub is indirect. The incident gave me a shock. So a shock is direct object and me is indirect object. We send them some greeting cards. So here some greeting cards can be considered as direct object and them is indirect. Her grandmother wrote a letter to her. So a letter is direct object here and her is indirect. You should give your brother another chance. So here another chance is direct object and your brother. Yes, you're going to pick your indirect object from here. Your brother is your indirect object. The doctor gave the patient an injection. So here an injection is your direct object and the patient is your indirect object. A stranger bought the homeless beggar some food. So here some food is your direct object, whereas the homeless beggar is your indirect object. You owe me a treat. So it's clear that a treat is a direct object and me is indirect object. So let's move further. Read the following sentences. Put a full stop at the end of a declarative sentence, a question mark at the end of an interrogative sentence, and an exclamation mark at the end of an exclamatory or imperative sentence. Where are you going? It's a question. So we'll be putting a question mark at the end. Don't drive fast. End it up with a full stop. Please lower your voice. Put a full stop. Wow, what a beautiful painting. Yes, we will be putting exclamation mark. Watch out, the floor is wet. Again, exclamation mark. Do you want a Coke or a Pepsi? So it's a question. So question mark. Shut up. Yes, exclamation mark. Look at the underlined words in the following sentences and say which part of the sentence it is. Write S if it is a subject, V if it is a verb, O if it is an object, C if it is a complement, and A if it is an adjunct. Nalini bought some flowers. So here Nalini is subject. So you can write S over this. Is Daniel making a cake? Cake is object. My uncle looked worried. So here it is a compliment. This book is interesting. Yes, it is a verb. He painted the wall yesterday. So we can easily remove this word yesterday. That is why it is an adjunct. Our neighbor's dog is very dangerous. So it is a compliment. The class elected Mark their monitor. So Mark here is object. I brush my teeth every morning. Every morning is again added information which can be removed easily from the sentence without making it grammatically incorrect. So it is adjunct. So let's move further. Complete the following sentences by adding the two objects given in box in the correct order. Use a preposition to if needed. Please bring me a cup of milk. Dad sold his car to the dealer. Will you give it to me? Put a question mark at the end. I want to send this phone to Janet. Then he gave the flowers to his sister. Can you please pass me the salt? David told his mother the truth. And Mike paid $10 to the cashier. So here is the last question. Write suitable sentences using the given structure. So you can write subject plus verb. Yes, you can frame a sentence. He writes. So he is a subject and writes is a verb. Subject plus verb plus complement. He is a writer. He is our subject. Is our verb and a writer is a complement. Moving on to the third one. Subject plus verb plus adjunct. He writes neatly. So he is our subject. Verb is writes And neatly is an adjunct because it is added information and it can be easily removed from the sentence without making any grammatical error. Subject plus verb plus indirect object plus direct object. He gave me a box of pens. So here you have he as a subject, gave is a verb, me is indirect object, and a box is direct object. Subject plus verb plus direct object plus indirect object. He sang a song for his mother. So subject is he, sang is verb, direct object is song, a song, and indirect object is his mother. Subject plus verb plus object plus adjunct. He sang a song melodiously. So subject is he, verb is sang, object is a song, and adjunct is melodiously. So I hope you enjoyed this session and found it helpful. That's all for today. We'll meet in the next video with new worksheets. Till then, thank you so much and take care.